This is Vincent, whose friends thought he could pass as conventional. He put what little money he had into a suit and haircut, a cyberpunk in businessman's clothing. He approached the big companies for support. Cyberpunk is becoming a cyborg. Burning Chrome, Neuromancer, Count Zero, and Mona Lisa Overdrive with imploded cities, mutant subcultures, and artificial reality. Perilous, post-humanist, new technological frontier. Hackers and technophiles, computer cowboy, multinational. Godfather of cyberpunk, right on the fringe of legality. A legitimate cyber hero. Cyberpunk is made up of kids, freaks, or obsessive technophiles reprogramming the future. Cyberpunk is a movement, looking set to blast toward the millennium. A doctorate was just granted for a thesis on the potential of virtual sex. Today, a beautiful woman. Tomorrow, a tough punk. The next day, a lobster. This little girl chose to be a teapot. One must wear the data suit, a transcendental electronic reality, kingdom of the unreal. Scientists and hackers have found a future they couldn't wait to build, couldn't wait to live in, couldn't wait to sell. Holistically minded cyberpunks have developed psychic flexibility and increased the mind's bandwidth. A cyberpunk needs to be highly alert. Legal drugs that make one smart, can anyone afford to just say no? Is this the face of the future? Will mind machines and vitamins replace heroin and crack? Is electronic drugs suitable for the recreational triple? And stressed out corporate manager, these mind machines have become a popular cyberpunk party favorite. Learn to make friends, influence people, pick up girls. Where high-tech meets high society, female cyberpunks may be able to afford these dresses, which are made of computer chips and are quite costly. Witness the tech gods in their chip couture, seemingly at every important high-tech function from cyberpunk culture.
You ever heard the expression, information wants to be free? That's the slogan of the computer underground.
Information wants to be free.
All information should be free.
Information wants to 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 be free.
Whoever holds information has power. The outlaws, the hustlers, all the patrons of the gentleman lose. Matrix is like an alternate dimension. The Matrix is a metaphor for God.
A lot of people are going to go there and they're going to try not to incriminate themselves, or they're going to try and be, sly about stuff. I've never done that. Every time someone wants to know something, I'm just very free about it.
Poking around in people's databases.
So it's a game. You want to see how smart they are.
But the underground set see me as a hero for that, because I'm being honest.
I trade, I don't crack, I'm not that good.
When you get in, you look around. If it's boring, you leave. Generally, most people leave.
They stick me in a cell. Things are going to start to happen very, very slowly, and it's going to build up like an avalanche. And when that happens, I don't think I'll be in prison very much longer after that.
Well, I called Russia once. They didn't like that very much.
I just do it for the challenge. It's fun.
I'd say I've got about as much power as, say, a group in the Department of Defense here. Maybe not the gross national product or per capita as they do, but just as powerful. Soon, in a couple of years, I'm going to be much more powerful than they are.
I mean, they came to his house going, "You moved the satellite," and, he was like 14 years old, so...
Distance means nothing to a computer hacker, phone freak, whatever. Anyone using a computer. The phone line, the computer, fax, who knows? But what happens if we get a fascist government here in the States? Would you be willing to take it down? The more they get computerized, the more powerful I get, the more willing I will be to do that.
There are the extremes of contemporary computing. An Apple Macintosh, an AT&T Pixel machine, massive parallel processing supercomputer, a Sun Microsystems 3260, 19-inch color and 19-inch high-res for text. This is faster than all the computing power that launched an Apollo spaceship. We're on the fast track. Let's extend the definition of property holding.
Something that would speed up the synaptic flow and just make you really, really sharp. Steroids for stockbrokers.
You can have a slot engineered on the side of your neck, and you can take a BioSoft, plug it in, and you'll know everything about fixing a car.
Anyone who gets in there uses the computer for his or her own purpose is by definition a hooligan, a punk. Thumbnail chip that in 10 years, they tell us, will have 1 billion transistors costing a few dollars. Decentralization is going to mean ultimate democracy. So in the future, we'll all be controlling our own screens and zapping our messages around. Cybernetic electronic equipment.
If a patient came in and wanted wings built on their back, how would we were trained in techniques that allow us to build a wing out of parts in the body by shifting muscles from the leg and changing the structure of your chest. We could actually build a patient with wings, although physically he couldn't fly because he doesn't match the rules in terms of the amount of weight compared to the amount of wing surface. Although if you brought in hybrid materials, you could potentially actually build wings that could allow you to glide, maybe like a flying squirrel.
Of 21st century Frankensteins, ethics change as fashions change.
We are technology. Part of the world's population is already post-human. The future has already happened.
You're doing it. That's what cyberpunk means. Individual power to change your own body, to operate your own brain, as long as you don't hurt anybody else.
The social time bomb called cyberspace. In cyberspace, the individual sensorium becomes part of the computer.
With a piece of technology that we built called the convolvatron.
It's almost this embryonic kind of information gel.
What we call a data glove.
Yet they are crashing the political party with a utopian agenda seriously poses the question of who owns and controls the future. Making records public, keeping the keepers of corporate secrets somewhat honest, watching the watchers, waging guerrilla warfare against the multinationals with personal computers takes more than style and politically correct attitudes. It takes hardware. The average cyberpunk hasn't the funds to purchase elaborate and advanced equipment. How is this problem solved?
10 double-edged, 4-centimeter scalpel blades slid from their housing beneath the burgundy nails. She smiled. The nails slowly withdrew.